I'd better see how Shiobara-kun's doing. The company's on West Shichifuku Street. Well, let's track that down. Been a bit. Okay, there. Yeah, I need more. No. 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 That's the only zoom you got for me? Isn't like Shichifuku like down here some? No? Shit. It's been a bit. I haven't had to deal with Shichifuku for a bit. East. Ah. Shichifuku Street is the northern main thoroughfare. In fact, it's like the longest street. It is like the biggest, most longest continuous street there is. Yeah. Maybe the only one, really, that crosses the whole map. Gotta remember that stuff. Shame on me. At this point, I should just have a fucking map of Kamurocho on my wall, labeled and annotated for how much I use it anyway. But yeah, the main... you'd have more continuous streets, but the Millennium Tower really fucks that up. So I'm actually pretty close by, actually. Because I'm in Theater Square because I needed to find a save point so I could stop for the day. And that was the closest one. And I was like, please don't trigger a side quest. I was like looking at all the side quest icons on the map and dodging around them, like not even going into the same street because you don't know what their radius is. To be all careful, like. Nope, that guy wants to fight me. That guy's having a bad day. You alright, buddy? Look, stuff. Metal garbage. Wow. What an honor, honestly. So glad I could get that. That guy's having a really bad time. Okay, so it's some kind of pamphlet? A leaflet company. Let's see, how well can I find this place? West Shichifuku Street. Might be all I get. This is just called Shichifuku Street. So this is West okay, so according to the map, West Shichifuku Street is everything up to the Popo on the corner. Is it a Popo? M store. That place is food. Food. Cafe cobbler. I want a cobbler. Cash corner. Can't read any of that one. Yo, what's going on? Oh, that's my guy that I knew. Ah. Oh, Akiyama-san. Well, that Shiobara guy you sent over showed up. He marched in, blustering about how he's gonna put me in the black. But when I showed him the books, I guess he ran out of steam. Well, the thing is, he'd inherited his father's company, but didn't want to downsize. And because of that, he wound up running the place into the ground. He willingly ruined his father's business just to avoid downsizing? Say, Akiyama-san, do you think that'll happen to my place too? Most likely. I peered over your books last time we talked. You'd be hard-pressed to get any more profit, and you've cut all the corners you can. The only thing left to do is to downsize. I know. Well, that may be true, but still, these people have been with me from day one. I've got to be frank with you here. It's your job as president to make this decision. I guess you're right. Oh, another thing. Do you know where Shiobara-kun went? Not exactly. He was walking toward Children's Park, though. He was. Thanks. I'll have to stop by again sometime soon. Poor guys. You have two parallel companies that both have to deal with the idea of, like, you've done all the cost saving you can do it. You gotta downsize, apparently. Which is a bummer, because they're speaking euphemistically, what they mean is firing people. This is rarely the case in many situations, though. A lot of times when people are like, "Oh man, we can't do any of these reasonable things because then we wouldn't be able to afford to pay our people. There's usually people lying. But we'll just take them at face value today. Well, did you think of a way to get them back on track? What's wrong? You dropped by Paradise Advertising, yeah? You knew all along, didn't you? Knew what? You sent me to that company knowing full well that the only thing they could do was downsize. They have sufficient sales and good management. They take all the leaflet orders they can. I don't know how they could possibly bring any more money. Which means they have to reduce their expenses. Employee salaries have already been slashed, and there's simply no more fat to trim. Their president's a real go-getter, too. Keeps pristine books. He has great employee morale, and still, he's stuck in the red. Now that sounds like the CEO you claim to be. You're looking in all the right places. How do I get that? There's an item above me. Wait, what the fuck? Wait, maybe it's in the tree? How the fuck do you get that item? They do this on purpose. The cutscene camera angles like reveal secret things in the background, which is really funny. I don't have a drone in this one, do I? Drones aren't really a thing in 2010 as common consumer items the way they are in Judgment. If we need to reduce expenses, there's only one thing left to cut. Personnel costs. In other words... Hey! If it isn't old Shiobara's idiot son, imagine my surprise running into you here. You worked for my father's company. You remember me, don't ya? Well, thanks to you bringing down your old man's business, I'm still out of a job. But I either had to downsize or close the place down. My hands were tied and I... Well, then you should have downsized. You think your way was more noble? My hands were tied. Ha! You think that's gonna make up for all the hardship you've caused? Speaking as a manager, downsizing is... Does it make you proud you didn't downsize? Well, guess what, pal? Your pride won't put food on the table. Who'd hire me now, at my age? I either live on the street or die in the gutter. Take some responsibility and die alongside me. Oh, fuck. Bad idea, old man. Once you take a life, your own life is over for good. Shut up. You could never understand how I feel. Never. You're right. I couldn't. Still, murder's not the answer. What's your deal, anyway? You taking this moron's side? You want to try to start over? I can help. Well, I can lend you money anyway. I don't want your damn money. How dare you insult me? Ah, that does it. We'll all go down together. I'm gonna punch morale back into his brain, like that. A trend established ever since Kiryu punched that one guy until those two guys till they were sober. The tutorial for Zero, and we never stopped punching people. The senses back into people's sense. How am I missing? Hit him. There. I've got a thingy. It's a thick sandal. A thick sandal. It's a thick sandal. It's a thick sandal. It's a thick sandal. I didn't get enough heat, so I couldn't do anything with it. Okay, now... What is that? There's a little spinny icon over the trash can. And there's another one, and yeah, okay, that's definitely... Now that the camera's moving, I see that's definitely in the tree. The background is busy. Hey. Enough of this bullshit. I worked with his dad for more than 30 years. We were good friends, all of us, and then this ignorant moron, he tore it all to pieces. That company was... It can't be easy to start over at your age, but if you're willing to try, stop by Sky Finance on Tenkaichi Street. I'm just a moneylender, but a little money might be just what you need right now. Sky Finance. Drop by anytime. You knew all along. You knew that downsizing was the only way to get that company in the black. Yep, sure did. I knew it. Then why? Why? His friends had been with him from the start. The president didn't want to downsize, but that was the only way to save his company. And he still couldn't bring himself to do it. So you've come here to mull it over, is that right? That angry old man. Paradise Advertising. I imagine you probably understand this now, but downsizing isn't necessarily a bad thing. Sure, it's not always the ideal, or even the only option, but sometimes you have to do what's best for the company. If you don't, you might end up hurting a lot more people, like that old man. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Akiyama-san, could you ask that leaflet company guy to come meet us here? Sure. I'll call him right over. Why? Just to get the economics of the cutscene. He's right over there at the place of work. Yes. Hello? This is Akiyama from Sky Finance. We have something we'd like to talk to you about. Can you come meet us at the park? What is it, Akiyama-san? Is something wrong? Shiobara-kun wants to talk to you. Well, I once brought down my father's printing company because I didn't want to downsize and lose all the good people he'd employed over the years. And now your company's in the same position mine was. My apologies if this is too forward, but you have to downsize. Yes, I thought as much. But my people have been with me since the beginning. How could I just force them out like that? If the business fails, that's it. Everything's over. All of your employees get hurt. Every last one of them. I understand it's a tough decision to make, but it's the president's responsibility to protect the company. Akiyama-san? I agree. Downsizing's the only option. My heart goes out to you, but it's gotta be better than turning everybody out into the streets. I see. I guess that really is the only way to go then. I just have one favor to ask of you. If this downsizing thing does turn your company around, make sure the people who are forced out get first crack at working for you again. And then you can be in like an endless loop of firing them and rehiring them over and over again. After all, it's those employees who served the company by leaving, and they'd all been friends and co-workers for a long time. All right, I promise I will. When I first met you, Shiobara-san, I assumed you were nothing more than some half-baked smartass, but now I see that you look out for everyone like a fine, upstanding CEO. He kind of was that. He had like an arc, which is funny because like it's kind of they have it done like a science. Like a Yakuza quest can do an arc in like 20 minutes, which I guess is like kind of like the length of an anime episode or like any most animated shows episodes. But like entire video games can't make their protagonist have an arc. Like yick. I just dump on that every playthrough now. I just dump on Y2K every single game I play. How do you have a game about having an arc where your character doesn't have an arc? And that was the story. The story was about him having an arc that you forgot to have him have. Anyway. I know it's awfully hard, but we've got to do what's best. We've got to do the best we can by our employees. Now, if you'll excuse me. Thank you very much. I've learned a lot from all this. Paradise Advertising will be in the black soon enough. So let's consider the test bleh. I got distracted by the fact that I saw him walk. Paradise Advertising will be in the black soon enough. So let's consider the test passed. The money is yours, provided you're still interested. Yes, I am. I can't give up now. I still don't know what kind of company to build, but I'm going to do my best to make sure it brings happiness to everyone who works there. I can promise you that much. And for right now, that's enough. Here you are then, 5 million yen. Thank you so much. I'm going to give it everything I've got. This is all I've got, but I'd like you to at least have some token of my gratitude. Please accept it, along with my thanks. Memoirs of an action star? What? Okay. Just the book was in my pocket. Literally mass market paperback, pocket-sized. Sure, why not? Thank you kindly. Alright, I'm off. I'm about to become a very busy man. Hopefully for longer instead of briefer, but we'll see. That was a whole storyline. What is soft garbage? Is that me? Am I that? Is that my personality? A manhole, huh? The lid's too heavy for me to lift up and open. Is there gonna be... Am I gonna get a manhole cover opener? Or is there gonna be another character that's better at that kind... Ah! There's something here. Hi Boulevard Locker Key E5. Okay, so you do first person mode count. Yeah, I think we did that in 3. Or maybe even... I don't know, maybe 2? Maybe multiple times? So you just look at it and you somehow get it. It was really interesting flying around this area with a drone in Judgment. You spend so much time here, but it's definitely a different perspective to be able to just fly around. Like, that's definitely a change. That said, definitely didn't want to let's play that. Definitely, after the opening bit, I was like, okay, this is novel. I'm definitely doing the rest of it off camera between episodes, because this is a pain. Oh, not a random encounter! I just don't need them in my life. There will be plenty of fighting in this game. Trust me. Ah! Next one straight ahead. I figure I should do these whenever they're available, both because there will just be an endless flood of side quests, so letting them pile up just means having more and more of a backlog. But also, we're clearly going to change characters, because I'm not Kiryu right now, and who knows how often you change characters or how frequently, so in those situations, who knows when you'll even have access to these side quests again, because I imagine they're character specific, which is definitely a different dynamic. Haven't seen that really since Majima was a playable character in Zero, which is probably... Zero's probably still my favorite in the series. Forget it. Those girls hate my guts. Don't give up now. After all, you've only seen 3 of them. Yeah, and each one of them gave me the same open-mouthed stare. My best jokes flew right over their heads. I'm telling you, it isn't working out. It's no use. I'll never manage an article on Hostess Club's tips and tricks. Excuse me. I hate to interrupt, but if you're not going in, would you mind moving aside? Ah, sorry. We'll get out of your way. Wait, aren't you Mina Mizawa-san from the Mars Fighters comedy duo? Wow, I'm a big fan of yours. Mina Mizawa-san, weren't you in 2? Didn't I have to like bring you 2 back together because you had a falling out? See, Mina Mizawa-san? I told you had plenty of fans in Kanto. Are you here for work? Hope it goes well, I'll be rooting for you. Thanks a lot, I appreciate it. Mina Mizawa-san, this is your chance. This fan of yours seems to know the nightlife around here. Maybe he can tell us about the hostess clubs. What are you talking about? You want me to embarrass myself in front of a fan? Here's the thing, Mina Mizawa-san. Entertainers have to be responsible if they want to get hired back. Fulfilling your assignment is paramount. I like how she's not even a calm woman. She's a calming woman. that's her role. She exudes calm onto others. Keep up the spoiled brat act, and I'll see to it you never darken the doorstep of our publishing house again. Alright, okay, I'll do it. Excuse me, do you happen to frequent hostess clubs? If I may be so bold as to ask. Huh? Yeah, I guess you could say that. I seem to staff them. Wonderful. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Ashibe, an editor for Casanova, a magazine for men who want to become more popular with the ladies and, Oh, I'm Akiyama. The thing is, Akiyama-san, we've commissioned a series of articles from Minimizawa-san here on some tips to use at the club's Jewel and Shine. But it seems they do things differently out west, where Minimizawa-san is from. He's having a hard time hitting it off with these Tokyo girls. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Do you think you could give Minimizawa-san a little info on some of the girls at the clubs I've mentioned? I'll pay you for your time, of course. Come on, Minimizawa-san. Don't you have something to add? Please? Well, I guess I could tell you a couple of my favorites. That would be wonderful. Thank you very much. We're working out of Kue's Bar on Kamurocho Underground Mall. Could you stop by there when you have some info for us? Please, whatever you can. Sure thing. I'll see you later then. Ah. I'm guessing he doesn't have existing information for me to put out. And instead he needs to, instead they want me to go to the hostess clubs and then report back what I heard as a result. I don't love the hostess club part of this franchise. Sometimes it's just an excuse to encounter some interesting sub-stories, and that's kind of nice, but other than that, usually it's just not very mechanically interesting. And the interactions are kind of whatever. Hello. Another locker key. Yeah, a lot of the sneaky ones are locker keys, aren't they? Best way to spot them is just by standing still for a moment and seeing the movement. Look for some blinking. There's a lot of them right here, apparently. Quests, I mean, not people. I mean, not keys. Hey, isn't that our scout? Working hard. Don't be slacking off now. Oh, hey there, boss. Don't hey there, boss me. All these girls walking by. You've got to talk to them. Like that one. Ah, some other club got her. I'm just not cut out for this job. What? Quitting already? It's your choice to make, but you're being a little hasty, don't you think? It's just that nothing's going right. I call out to some girl, and she either glances at me or ignores me altogether. I'm starting to get a complex here. Sounds like you talked to a lot of girls. How many leads did you get today? Leads? Come on, you know. How many phone numbers did you get? How many girls? One. You've got to be kidding. I'll be living off bread crusts and water at this rate. I'm not too happy about it myself, you know. I wish there was an easier way to make money. Well, I think I can understand how you feel. Just how are you calling out to these girls anyway? How? Like, normally, hey, wanna be a hostess? Like that? Then what? What if she says she's not interested? I say, come on, why not? Give it a shot. I don't blame them for giving you the stink eye. Maybe it was fate I saw you here today. I'll give you some basic lessons on scouting. Whether you learn anything is up to you. Huh? You mean you can scout, boss? What kind of idiot do you take me for? I tried my hand at all kinds of hostess club jobs before I came to own one myself. Wow, you sure don't mess around. Not when it comes to work. Anyway, that's the trick to getting rich. Now it's time for you to take the first step. Come with me. This could get really weird depending on how they handle this quest. Do I have to? Yep. Now, get moving. Dude, you're getting paid. Seriously? What a drag. You said you're getting a complex from how much you're getting rejected, and then somebody offers to help you, and he's your boss? What, were you not expecting job training when you'd explain you can't do your job? Well, the first rule of scouting: never let a girl pass you by. Okay, this is already, I'm like, it's a lot. Let people just exist on the street. I feel like this is like only lightly removed from like fucking like catcalling and stuff. It's like, leave them the fuck alone, man. Jesus. You've been standing around all day with only one lead to show for it. Proof positive you've been playing hooky instead of working. Look, you can talk the talk, boss, and I see what you're saying. I do. But can you walk the walk? How good are you, really? You seem confident enough, so I guess you were probably really something at one point. Still, I get the feeling your skills are pretty rusty. You really want to go there? Okay, give me 5 minutes to do some scouting on my own then. You tell me how many leads I should score in that amount of time. Seriously? Well, gee, I don't know. I'm kind of clueless when it comes to this stuff. I noticed. Ouch. Fine, alright. If that's the way you're gonna be, then I'm not holding back. How about 3 times the leads I pulled in? That's 3 people. You need 3 leads to win in 5 minutes? What a fucking life choice that somebody has to make in the span of apparently a minute and 30 seconds, or a minute and 40 seconds? That's a third of whatever. If somebody makes the choice to become a hostess that quickly, they already wanted to be a hostess. You just happened to catch them. Fine, but why 3 particularly? Because a real master ought to be able to do 3 times better than a normal person, right? Whatever you say. Okay, here I go. Clock starts now. In the next 5 minutes, talk to as many women as possible and ask for their phone numbers, i.e. get leads. Do keep in mind, however, that you're scouting specifically for hostesses. What does that mean? Okay. Just look for people that already look like a hostess, basically. Like you. Hi there. I'm a scout for a hostess club. Are you interested in that line of work? Ah, perfect timing. I work at a club now, and I was just wondering if I should try somewhere else. Like I said. Really, I can help you with that. I'm Akiyama. May I ask your name? I'm Satomi. Satomi, huh? What sort of place are you looking for? My current club has really strict quotas. I'm thinking about finding some place a little more laid back. Not a problem. Our club has no quotas whatsoever, and all of our girls are super motivated. Wow, that sounds pretty neat. This is like a scripted bullshit situation. Here, take my card. Can I get your cell phone number? Sure. Call me later. Okay, I'll be in touch. Boom, I have to go quick because there's a time limit, and you go slower when you read things in Let's Plays, but that's actually a problem right now. I am a scout for a hostess club. I'm an Asian woman? Wow, shocking. I'm a scout for a hostess club. Any chance you'd be interested in that kind of work? Uh-oh. Other Asian. I was like, Asian is a weird thing to say here. You doing alright, ma'am? Hello, I'm a scout for a hostess club. Sensing a little reluctance, this could be your chance to break into today's hottest careers. Ugh, back off or I'll call the cops. Yikes, sorry. She's not having a good day, sir. Hello there, I'm a scout for a hostess club. Little old to be a scout, don't you think? Haha. You got me there. Believe it or not, I'm actually only 32. I've got the Kazuma Kiryu disease. So, you already have a position somewhere else? Uh-huh. At a club in Roppongi. No wonder. I knew there was something about you. Ever give any thought to switching clubs? Well, actually... Oh, we're waiting for this guy to look at us. Hey, you! What are you doing talking to my girl? Hi, Chikun. I've been waiting forever. Oh, so she's with you. I was just hoping she might want to give our club a try. Are you shitting me, pal? I should chop off your finger for that. Oh. Is the time limit still going? This is not good for me. Can we not? Oh, a sign. I saw the sign, and then I beat it over his head. That's the joke. All right. Friend. You good? Sorry about that, mister. Chikun has a really short fuse. Now, what do you say to the nice man, Chikun? Sorry, my bad. Can I make it up to you? I'll hear you out on the hostess thing. Sure thing. I'll get in touch with you later then. Scored 1 lead. That's 3, right? I win? Oh, fuck. Might as well just keep going, I guess, because there's a time limit. Okay, we're staying on Nakaichi Street. Nakaichi, whatever. Hey, you want to be a hostess? Oh man, I still want to play pachinko, but I gotta work now, and the pachinko place will be closed by the time I get off. Why don't you try 777 Town then? It's the best way to play it from the parlor. 777 Town, what's that? Yeah, these people are like tutorial people about the pachinko game you can't play on the PC version of this game, which is really funny. Yeah, so 2 out of my 3 people are just already hostesses. Let's just accost this person that's with their date right now. This will go well. Hi there, I'm a scout for a hostess club. You got some kind of nerve scouting a girl when she's with her guy, Pops. I guess I do. My apologies. Hold up, I ain't gonna let you off the hook that easy. Come here a second. I'm kind of in a hurry. Shut up. I'll teach you to mess with me. I'll teach you to mess with bikers? I'm not a biker. But I'll make you a fan. The way that he like recoiled from me just picking it up. It's like, wait a minute. What have I done? I should probably be really worried about this. There we go. Bikes are just so efficient. He's vibrating with excitement. He's so taken aback. Anyway, can I go now? Yes, sir. I have so much more extra time than I thought I would. Hi. I'm a scout for a hostess club. You have a second? Huh? Why would you want to talk to me? Because you're cute. Gotta be cute if you want to be a hostess. Oh, I see. That's right, so what do you think? It's not easy work, but it's good to give it your all. Could you maybe tell me more? Of course. Just leave me your cell number and I'll be in touch. Okay, sure. And thank you. They just skip all the extra details because it's a really quick time limit thing. See you later. I don't know if I can... Will it let me finish a conversation I started? Hey, how's it going? I'm a scout for a hostess club. Interested? A hostess club, huh? I don't know. Oh, I understand completely. You probably have some objections to the industry, but you know... There's a lot of money in it. Just do your best and you'll be raking in the cash. I do need money, but not that badly. Ah, I see. I'm not interested in the sex industry. Get lost. Yikes, blew that one. Shame on you thinking money would motivate people into getting jobs. The primary reason jobs exist. Looks like my time is up. I think that was 4? Maybe 5? Hotter than you remembered, eh, boss? Whoa! You managed to get 3 leads? In only 5 minutes? 3? Did I not get 3? I could have done even better if I were younger. Wow, boss, you really meant business out there. Now you've got me all motivated, too. I'm gonna go and give it everything I've got. You weren't paying attention? That was the lesson, you dumb bastard. Excellent, that's all I ask. Good luck. Yes, sir. And the boss man emerges with dignity intact. He should not have been surprised. He was like, ha, harder than you thought, huh? Oh, fuck, you got that many? It's like, excuse me? Oh, yeah, max heat and max health increased. Okay, so you do, those go up every time you level up. He should have been watching the whole time. And he'd be like, wow, I saw what you did, and I've learned a lot. That was the whole point. He didn't learn shit. All he did was get inspired. Wow. Hope it was worth it, bro. Pole crush. Elegant technique where you grab a pole and use that momentum to crash down on an enemy. What? Use that momentum. Oh, it's a heat action when you're near a pole. I feel like I've never seen that before. I want to see that. Like a telephone pole or whatever. Alright, well, we inspired him to be a better scout, which is just asking the same question to a lot of women, and then the ones that are already in the hostess industry say, I don't know, maybe. And that's pretty much the entire thing, barely. Quickly, 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 quickly. Ha! I escaped. The goddess of children. Okay. Shoulder pads. It's not the 80s, calm down. Antique chainmail. It's not the 1600s, calm down. That's already equipped. Cylindrical garbage. Metal garbage. Soft garbage. Why did I pick this up? Not sure what this is. Just got a weird wad out of the trash. I'd hold on to it, just in case. Apparently this amulet can stop enemy attacks. Shoulder pads that add power to running tackles. Ooh, but it'll get rid of my healing effect thing. This finely crafted antique still provides solid protection against bladed weapons. Goes in the gear slot. Morning Glory waistbands, 555. This is 12, 15, 5. Ooh. Heal while standing still. I don't really care about my running tackle stat. That doesn't seem like it's coming up much, but that's a defense boost, so I should definitely be thinking about that at least. Looks like something is right here. Ah. Ain't you the bastard who gave my lady the shakedown? No one messes with the Yakuza's woman and gets away with it. Not alive, anyway. It's funny because I was just doing the whole... Oh! No. I was just doing the scouting quest, so it makes more sense than it usually does, but I think this is supposed to be a mistaken identity situation. Where he thinks I'm some other guy. Shakedown is still like a little weird. Bye-bye. Ooh. All that blood. No, please, forgive me. I lied about you and my girl, and I'm not Yakuza either. Wow, everything was a false. Next, we're gonna find out that he's just like an elephant in a suit. I hope this will settle things. Also, gravity's not real. Revelation upon revelation. This other guy was like 2 feet away from the scout, almost like he was spying on him. But it's a separate sub-quest. Because the scout was on the other side of that car right there. That's where the last quest started. Huh? Wow, just as inconspicuous as I am during my stealth missions. We're just fucking standing in the open. Gyoza! An entire gyoza shop. God, I don't care about this quest immediately. How do I go in there? What's with him? He better not be stalking my girls. Hey, what are you doing? Whoa. Nothing. You were sneaking a look at You were sneaking a look at something. Sneaking a look? No, I was just waiting for somebody. For who? There she is. Who? You mean Miki? Oh, do you know her? Sure, I own this place. What? What? And who might you be, A stalker, perhaps? No, nothing like that. I just wanted to see her. Are you one of her customers? Uh-huh. Why not just go into the club, then? Well, the thing is... What? I've spent more than 5 million yen here over the past 2 years, and it looks like my money's finally run out. So I feel like we've largely found out here that he can do no interest loans because he just has a bunch of businesses apparently, and that's where the actual income comes from. So his loan company is not his business really, like it's not the thing. It's just a thing he does. It's like its passion project, and it's like a pretty tight little thing where it's just like he does have to use the profits from his other businesses to pay for the rent of the property and one employee. But other than that, it's a pretty tight operation that he mostly just runs on his own a lot of the time. 5 million yen. That's right. I was this close to winning her over too. Oh, sir, that's not really what these things are. If 5 million yen wasn't enough, I think it might be time to call it quits. I just know if I could do it if I had another million. What's your name? Taniguchi. I'm Akiyama. In addition to this club, I also run a loan office called Sky Finance. Yeah? Look, the way things are now, you got a snowball's chance in hell of going out with Miki. Huh? Even with another million yen, unless you make some changes, you could see her 10 more times and still get absolutely nowhere. Great. Besides, you need more than just money to woo a woman. First, you have to work on your look. Then comes building up your own personal brand of charm. But how do I do all that? Meet me in front of the Millennium Tower later. I'll give you a little advice. You do that for me? Sure. Wouldn't be much of an owner if I didn't step in to help such a loyal customer. Thank you very much. Oh, and the next time we meet, come all decked out with your lady killer best. So, a bloody apron and a butcher's knife, right? Lady killer? You know, the clothes you'd wear if you had a chance to go out on a date with Miki. I want you to feel your sense of style. I want to I want to get a feel for your sense of style. So, even more denim, right? Oh, okay. I will. I'll see you later then. And thanks again. What is he going to be dressed like? Is that him? No, that's like completely different hair, right? That's a hat. No matter how long I wait for her, I know she won't come. Every story has an ending. Some fulfilling, some not. Our story falls within the latter, I'm afraid. But an unfulfilling ending doesn't need to be sad. It's merely an end. Ugh. What? Finished and complete? Finished and complete are two different indicators that a substory has been cleared. They appear under substories on the pause menu. Finished indicates a less satisfying ending to the substory. Oh. So check marks are worse than stars. A finished substory will still count towards your completion list. So it's like they didn't want to call it, failing, I guess. Time for me to start another chapter in the story of my love life. But first, a drink in the Champion District. Maybe 2 drinks. 2 whole drinks, you say? My god. How will he survive? Where'd he go? I guess this is the question of how much later is later? When will we see his lady killer best? They went heavy on these like tutorial dudes everywhere. What's this guy? Oh, he's a guy that attacked me. He's just still there. Weird. I had some water. Starting to feel some of those voices in my throat. It's kind of a godsend whenever I play something for the RPG slot that's fully voiced. It's like, oh wow, that's the most daily content per game is the RPG slot. So if it's voiced, I'm good. They're really consistent about it being locker keys, huh? You gonna be alright, fam? Ugh. What's the matter? You're sweating like crazy. I was going to buy some stomach medicine from that drugstore, but I can't move another step or else... Ugh. Yikes. He says that a lot. Don't move. I'll go buy some for you. Just hang in there, okay? I need to pick up a drink for that one guy, too. Or was that a tutorial for something? Oh, I did it. Well, feeling better? I think I'm over the worst of it. I guess it wasn't such a good idea to hit 20 yakiniku restaurants in a single day. There's 20? Here? That's impressive in its own right, let alone the horrible choices you've made. Really? 20 of them? You must really love yakiniku. Oh, no, it's my job. Sorry. Sorry, I should have introduced myself earlier. I am Ajikawa of the Michelle Guide Corporation. It's just a giant guide to Michelle. Do you know her? You will now. I truly appreciate you stepping in to help upon seeing me squirm like that. Thanks a million. But not a million yen. No, none of that. It was nothing. Name's Akiyama. I'm a moneylender here in Kamurocho. Michelle Guide? Isn't that the company that publishes restaurant guidebooks over in Europe? That's right. And now we'd like to include the best of Kamurocho in a Japanese edition of our legendary guidebook. I'm here doing research. But this place just has too many restaurants to try and find the hidden gems. Can you really judge these places properly when you eat so much at once? Sure. They say an empty stomach is the best condiment, but empty and full hardly matters to us pros when it comes to reviewing a given dish. Ah, I see. So simply knowing a lot about food isn't enough, huh? Impressive. Thank you very much. I'm embarrassed to admit, however, that Japanese food isn't my area of expertise. For days now, I've been wandering blindly from restaurant to restaurant, and it just proves I need a local to point me in the right direction. Akiyama-san, you said you worked in finance here in Kamurocho. You must know all kinds of high-end restaurants in the area then, yes? Well, when it comes to spending food on money, I'm not exactly what you'd call frugal. Excellent. I've been searching for someone like you. Would you be so kind as to tell me about some of the better restaurants you know? I'll gladly compensate you for your time, of course. I don't see why not. There must have been some reason I stopped to help you, so sure. I can show you some places. Really? Thank you so much. Could you first tell me about your favorite yakiniku restaurant, then? And if you could tell me which of the dishes has the most mouth-watering texture, and what of their most unique, awful dish is, that would be great. Some pretty specific requests you have there. Many of our readers consider themselves foodies. They prefer selections that are not only tasty, but make for good conversation as well. Sounds rough. There goes my stomach again. I'll rest for a moment at a bar, I know, at least until my stomach settles. I'm terribly sorry, but could you come to Earth Angel in the Champion District once you've done gathering restaurant info? Oh, sure. I hope you feel better. So, mouth-watering texture and unique offal dish. My favorite yakiniku restaurant, right? That's right. Good luck and thank you. Ugh. Bye. My favorite yakiniku joint, huh? Definitely the one Hana-chan likes so much. The one that Hana-chan... Which one does he buy? Do I already know which one that is? I think these sub-stories are basically just completion sub-stories where it's like, yo, do a lot of Kamurocho, and then report back. Just do so much dating at the dating place, and then a lot of fooding at the fooding place, and then come back and be like, I did all of the food. Because multiple times now we've encountered at least some variation of, like, reward for completing the... completing the menus of each food place. This is the gelato place. Limited black gelato. But why? Chock full of fruity flavor. Well, yeah, it's because it's a gimmick thing. You want people to take photos of it and share it on social media. Like, look, I had the black food. They made fun of this in the food truck clown thing by Worthy Kids. Why can't I remember it right now? God, what is that series called? So good. And the music's so good. I don't want to loan a loan from you anyway. You're not the only office in Kamurocho, you know. That's not the point. You've been blacklisted. There's not a loan shark in town who'll lend to you now. You don't know that for sure. I'm never doing business with you ever again. Well, what a convenient thing for me to overhear. The guy that nobody likes that does business with everybody. Pardon me, miss. Did I hear you're having money trouble? And who are you? Not another debt collector, I hope. No, not at all, but I am in the same line of business as that other fellow. A money lender? Then I'd like to apply for a loan. Oh, but why bother? It's no use. It sounds like they've got you blacklisted, is that right? How much do you owe? I'd say about 10 million or so. About? So you don't even know how much you borrowed? Loan sharks, credit cards, you name it. I've borrowed money from it. You name it, I've borrowed money from it. What are you getting at? Oh. It's just that you put on a brave face for someone so deep in debt. Nice clothes and all that. Made me wonder. What's the point of looking all pitiful just because I happen to owe some people money? This is how I live, after all. I see. You're something else, you know that? You certainly caught my attention. Are you hitting on me? No, it's not that. Look, if you're truly ready to make a fresh start, come to my office. Sky Finance on Tenkaichi Street. Sky Finance? I've heard rumors. My name is Shun Akiyama. Is it the first time we've heard of his first name? I don't remember reading it ever. I'm like, it just occurred to me. I'm like, did I know his name before now? My name is Shun Akiyama. And you are? Me? I'm Shokomuto. Well then, Shoko-san. I hope you'll decide to pay me a visit. Goodbye. Wow, she sounded really enthusiastic. You think you really hooked her on that one. Shokomuto. I have a feeling I'll see her sooner or later. In fact, she might already be on her way. Maybe I ought to head over to the office and see. Yep, that seems to be an icon back down there. Some of these seem to be suggesting they'll come up in a later chapter, so we'll see. Which in those cases, all the more reason to get ahead of things. Oh, completion list. Open all 100 lockers. Whoa, it actually shows the locker too. It shows, wow, it shows each locker. So there's the underground one and the not underground one. So there's 50 in each. So there's 100 total. Interesting. Food and drink. Complete every single menu. Order all 234 items. My god. Allies? There's 12 friends. Revelations are back. Those weird cutscenes. Now what I'm curious about is, oh god, these are so many. Hostess. There's 7 hostess substories. Police scanner. Use every heat action. Wait, were none of these... Hostess maker... There's hostess maker substories. Train all hostesses to be number 1. That's not what number 1 means. It's just fundamentally not what that means. Aw, dang it. I was hoping that one of these... This looks like it's the entire screen. I was hoping one of these would be a list of the entire series of substories, so I'd have a total number. But we don't know yet. All I know is that I've found 6 and finished 2 of those 6. But we don't know how many there are in the game. Oh well. That's what the internet's for!